Coming right up, they bank on preparation, focus, and sheer will. Each game a renewed opportunity to prove themselves. One team will move on. The 9 and 10 seeds in the West try to stay alive. Welcome, everybody, to the NBA Play-In Tournament. Tonight, it's the West's 9th and 10th seeds. They battle it out for a chance to advance in this tournament or be sent home. Here with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Now the starting group for the visitors. You take a look at the home team. The 9th best record through the regular season. But Grant, this play-in tournament has given them hope.
Hope indeed. And in the past, they'd be packing for a vacation. Now... they can win 2 straight, they punch their ticket to the playoffs. But they can't look past this one. It's a must-win on their home court.
Here's Sanders. They set the screen. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Shackle. Pass to House. Here's Shackle. It's intercepted. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's House. Shots blocked. Here's Sungila. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Pass to Sanders. Here he goes. No good on the strong take.
Why? Just why? Come on, man. Save that one for practice.
Here's Shackle. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Nice way to start the game. That's where you'd like to get your shots from.
When you watch De'Aaron Fox, is there anything that sticks out to you, Grant?
Well, B.A., this league has the best athletes in the world, and Fox looks like maybe the quickest guy out there on most nights. His change of direction is especially elite.
Here's Sanders. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to House. Here's Shackle, averaging around 5 points a game. 20 feet out, and that one's good. House.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Pass to Sanders. Now here's Connect. To the paint. Sanders with the bucket.
Making a statement here early, going right to the rack. I love it.
Yeah, it's nice to see him be assertive instead of settling for a jump shot, especially in the first quarter.
About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Shackle. And it's Connect with a rebound.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Pass to Sanders. Outside Connect. And a nice finish on the layup.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Here's House. To the inside. Here's Shackle. Pass to House. Five on the clock. Ooh, poked away. Here we go, all alone. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? Over to the wing. Here's Foster. Yet to see a basket. Here's Shackle. And he drops it in from the low post.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Pass to Sanders. Now connect. Here's Sanders. Here's the three. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Sungaila. Here's Foster. And he misses the go-ahead basket. The Lakers have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. And the shot's good.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Pass to Shackle. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
And, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Lakers?
Showing their energy so far, sprinting up and down the floor, getting out in transition, and taking advantage.
And I've also liked how they've attacked the opposition off of turnovers. I mean, just making them pay for every mistake out there.
And he's whistled for the 5-second violation. Shooting a solid 50% in the opening quarter. All alone. Count that bucket. Shackle's got 9.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. He said, let's be honest, Jimmy Butler is one guy we have to be aware of at all times. When it comes to a player who's as versatile as he is, that means the D has to be versatile too. That means showing Butler various looks and various defenders. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from 14. That shot is off. Gone 5 of 9 from the floor. Takes the 3. Not going to go that time. 1:04 left to play in the first quarter. To the left wing. Here's Kempton. He's scoreless. Right outside. Here's Kempton. And no good. His first shot of the night, missing. Got it up. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. That's the end of the first quarter. And not much scoring. It remains close. They lead by 1. And we'll be back right after this. And welcome back, everyone, to second quarter action of this NBA play-in game. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
And for the Lakers, they've got Connect, and it's right in at the small forward position. Here's Kempton. No made baskets yet. Yep, that one goes.
What I want to know is, where is the rim protection? That was just too easy.
Well, Richard, Draymond Green credits you for giving him some important advice as a rookie.
I just encouraged him to be himself and told him that he's going to have to live with techs and fines because he is at his best when he is towing that line.
Right with the board.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
And for the Lakers, they've got Connect, and it's Sanders in at the point guard position. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Lakers lead by 3.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Pass to Foster. Here's the pick. Here's House. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
Not all his mid-range jumpers are created equal. That's one they'll take all night long.
Here's Sungaila. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Sanders. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Sanders has got his 3rd basket on the night right there. They swipe it. Down low. Here's Connect. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
They're important 2 points, not just on the scoreboard, but also for a little bit of momentum.
And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Crafty move, and he lays it up and in.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
Kempton passes to Sanders. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. Right with the bucket.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane.
Pass to House. Oh, deflected. The layup off target. The Lakers have gotten off to a sensational 5-for-5 start in the second quarter. Kempton, no good. Gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Sanders with a rebound. And for the Lakers, they're shooting really well in this matchup. 62% from the floor. Going inside is good. Sanders has got 8 points.
Ooh, an aggressive move. Takes it strong, and there's no help defensively.
The crossover. Got a piece of it. And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Here's Shackle. 9 points in the game. Here's Sanders. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. No doubt, Stephen Curry is the best shooter of all time. Talk about what makes him special.
Well, B.A., he can hit shots under the most difficult circumstances, off balance, with only a sliver of daylight. And this is why teams often choose to double him the moment he crosses half court.
And there's really no debate, Richard, and hasn't been for some time. Stephen Curry is the greatest shooter the game has ever known.
Yeah, that's breaking news, but let's be honest. He is one of one. He is on the Mount Rushmore of players that have changed the game.
And so he hits both.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
Pass to House. Here's Shackle, the three ball, and his fifth basket. Now 5 for 8, looking comfortable out there.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Sanders. He's got 10. And that one's on target from the wing. 6 points for him.
I'll tell you what, their execution just continues to impress.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson now. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Got 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. Pass to Shackle. And here they come. Here's Sanders. Jacks up a 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
From behind the arc, he's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
And give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, coach has to be thrilled. You can draw up all the X's and O's you want, but guys have to go out there and execute with enthusiasm.
To end the run. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
Well, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what makes him such a lethal player, Richard?
Well, for starters, it's his combination of speed and shooting. Still one of the fastest players in this league. And the exciting thing about him, Fox is just now entering into the prime of his career.
And the first one at the line is good.
Since the break, he's definitely been more aggressive. Remember, he didn't take any free throws in that first half.
Good on both.
I love it. In attack mode, drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
Pass to House. Here's Shackle. Here's House. He's got 6. Ooh, good finish at the rack on the slick feed.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
Pass to Sanders. Drains the triple. 5 points in the game.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. Here's House. Inside. Right wing. 20 seconds left in the second. No good with a layup.
Uncharacteristic, but that's a bucket he'll convert 90% of the time.
Takes a three. He's off on that one. And so that's the end of the first half. Up by 15. Well, now we have some time to check. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
Thanks for joining us for postseason basketball. Clearly, guys,
Well, the energy they're putting out is not going toward their defense. Problem is their offense can't keep up with those guys. So the D has to pick up the slack, or this thing is over.
Man, you know they're getting an earful right down in that locker room. We'll see who's listening.
they're in control and looking to keep their season alive. What do they have to do to punch their ticket to the playoffs?
Don't get ahead of themselves thinking they've already won. They've got to stay focused at the task at hand.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it.
And welcome back to 2K Sports coverage of the play-in game as we move to the second half of action. Shooting pretty well at 45%. Pass to Foster. Here's Shackle. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And for the Lakers, no one covering. House has got 9.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
And for the Lakers, they're shooting at a fantastic 68% from the floor. Outside connect. Pass to Singala. Here's Sanders. 4-3. And there's a pick. Shot clock at 5. Here's Sungaila. Got it. Good job in the low post. Sungaila's got his first 2 points of the night.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Fires in the triple.
As a big, unless you're a dedicated rim runner, have to be some kind of threat from distance.
Pass to Sanders. Sanders. The putback is no good.
And they have been cold coming out of the break, only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Gotta pick it up.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, BA.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Pass to connect. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Here's Sungaila. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. This is his first opportunity at the line this evening.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. Wright's checked in for connect. Both shots good from the strike.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Here's Shackle. 12 points for him. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed.
And an excellent start to the second half. Only missed 1 shot in their first 5.
Here's Sanders. He's got 12. Pass to Singala. Ooh, it's stolen. To the inside, Shackle. Good! Now 7 for 11 on the night.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
All the momentum seems to be running in their favor. They're close to taking the lead.
Pass to Sanders. For three. Nails it from three. Give him 8.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Got 5 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Here's Foster. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock, Shako can't hit.
He's not making much of an impact from deep. His sole three-pointer came in the first half.
Pass to Foster. A shot from the high post. Another shot. Wright with the board. Wright's got 4 rebounds now. It's hauled in by Foster. Shooting an excellent rate of 56% in the third quarter. Part of the 2007 draft. Al Horford continues to be such a valuable player, Richard.
One of the oldest guys in the league. Horford gives you shooting and passing in that front court. Off the floor, he's probably even more valuable as a mentor.
Beyond the arc. Connects from downtown.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Well, when you think about all the miles Jimmy Butler has on his legs now, how many more does he have left, Greg?
Well, he's been shouldering the load for a long time. But what separates him from the pack is his sheer will and his IQ. So he might just surprise us a little.
Pass to Shako. To the wing, right side. Just 5 to shoot. Out to the right wing. Fires it from 18. Yep, count it.
And he has to build on this because we can see where him being a ghost out there has gotten him so far.
Pass to Wright. Here's Kempton. It's stolen. Here's Shako. Count it. Now 8 for 13 with that basket.
He's bringing a lot of energy to this offense, not letting the scoreboard discourage him right now.
He's going to keep putting up shots regardless of the score. That's the kind of player he is.
So both teams changing it up here. Going 8 of 12 from the floor in the third quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
They set the pick. And he converts the layup.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
We've got 1:23 left to play in the third. Right side connect. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
He's pouring it on at a nice clip, and the rest of the team is stepping up as well.
Here's Shako, pounded by Wright. Fires it from 18. Wright with the board. Wright's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Out left to the wing. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
At the line for the Lakers, Clemens, shooting 1.
This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
Pass to Shackle. Over right. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Up by 10. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter when we return. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page.
And we return now to the final quarter of coverage for the NBA play-in game. Pass to Singala. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And so in the game for the Lakers, they've got Connect, and it's Kimpton in at the 2. House passes to Foster. Pure from 3-point range.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seal it up, oh yeah, you're done.
Pass to Sanders. Back to Connect. 6 to shoot. Here's Kimpton from outside the arc. No luck on that one.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Pass to Foster. Here's House. They set a pick. Goes up on the wing, and he nails that one right through the heart.
And this is just typical of him, always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Pass to Sanders. It's hauled in by Foster.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
The 3. It's not going to go for him. The Lakers shooting it at 61%. A terrific average. Outside Connect. Pass to Kimpton. Outside Connect. Tries it from the top of the key, and it's good for 2. And the Lakers lead by 7. Gone 2 of 3 to open the 4th quarter. Here's Foster. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. There's a screen. Out to the right wing. Nice shot from the wing.
The mid-range jumper isn't the most popular shot these days, but it's working for them.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
During that break, Coach Steve Kerr had some advice for the team, and Coach reminded his team that leads can disappear quickly in the NBA. He said if we get loose and they make a few shots in a row, then this is a ball game again. Do not let that happen, he implored. Guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Pass to Connect. There's the triple. Hits the trifecta.
If you're not right up there on him, oh, he's going to make you pay.
4th quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Here's House. To the wing, right side. To the wing on the left. No dice from the high post. From 13. He's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
And that's a backbreaker for the defense. I mean, offensive boards like that run momentum against you.
And you can see them just deflate after giving up that score. And they know that they can't dig themselves out of this hole if they're allowing second chance points.
And he brings this game a little closer using a huge one-hand slam.
That's a great way to get your team back into it. It's hauled in by Foster. Gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the 4th. Down low. Nice assist, a nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
It's tipped. And there's the drive. Shot's no good.
Fantastic defense, giving full effort.
A thunderous two-hander with authority.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Timeout called. Mitch Johnson. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error.
Substitution on the court.
Gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the 4th. Here's Shackle. Here's the break. Ready off the pass. He lays it in.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Oh, he misses the layup.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Oh, he can't get the layup. And for the Lakers, their shooting has been tremendous. 63% for the game and scoring with confidence.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling.
We've got 1:23 left to play in the 4th quarter. Left side connect. Ooh, using 2 hands to power it down.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Lakers.
And, of course, they really dominated in the paint tonight.
They obviously came in looking to impose their will, attack the heart and soul of that defense, and it led to a lot of good looks.
Man, this is why we love the play-in tournament. This 10th-seeded team has a chance to win a spot in the NBA playoffs.
Yes, indeed. I mean, they were able to come together and pull off the win tonight. Now, they'll need to give everything they've got to get through the next game. I mean, their season is on the line.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. Here's Sanders. 4 on the clock. Jacks up a 3. Ooh, it misses.